Welcome back, friends, welcome back to the homestead and the first tour video, and that's the sound and the sight of the cranes coming back to the lake. They're very close by, just the other side of those trees. It's about, I think it's 6 o'clock, something like that. It's the warmest day of the year so far. It's the last week of March and we've had today plus 15, so we've enjoyed a great day in the garden tidying. Excuse me. So I thought I'd do a quick tour video just to show you the sort of blank canvas of 2021 in the garden. Yeah, we'll go from there really. So we've been doing lots of tidying, raking up and preparation, stuff like that. And yeah, so we've had the thaw, great thaw that we have, and the wood chip road has served us well around our property. In fact, we've had to improve it a little bit in places, or increase. So this year this part got quite waterlogged. There's our compost area and bees, and the bees have been out today buzzing around. There's our woodshed, pretty full. And we've been working our way through this wood a little bit slowly as well. There's our bean poles, and there's lots of piles of stuff that we've been tidying up in preparation, and the compost heaps that we can now turn, and we're getting all the hose pipes out, getting ready to start pumping water around. Now that the frost is gone, or not really the frost, but the freeze, really low temperatures, there's no chance of the barrels freezing and breaking, so we can start collecting and pumping water again down to the greenhouse and to the field. Let's have a look in the greenhouse, because there is some activity already. Time to take the wraps off the hugelkultur soon. Which will be nice. Okay. So what's going on in the greenhouse? The new greenhouse, it's not so new now, a couple of years old. So we've got the centre line I've planted out with some hardy crops that will give us some early greens. Obviously that's the warmest part of the greenhouse, and the earth temperature will stay. It's got the least chance of frost coming in from either side, if we do have a frost. Not that it's a really problem for these. So you've got some spring onions, pak choy, spinach, lettuce, and then some red pak choy down the end here. And then also in here we've got our little sort of protecting cold frame, which you'll see in a separate video, depending on whether I put this up first. So we were really keen this year to get some stuff in early before tomatoes and peppers won't come in here till mid-May, I guess, depending on how things go. We can still get a frost early June. Beautiful sunset over the lake. In fact, the lake is still, you won't be able to see it really. I wonder if we can see the cranes. The lake's still frozen actually. Let me just wander down and see if I can hang around. They are there. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can zoom in. They're there. iPhone is not the best. But they are there. Yeah, the lake's still frozen, so I guess it'll probably take another week for that to come off. This is our park area, as we call it, and we're doing a lot of work this year to tidy that up and make a difference. Hopefully the wind's not making too much noise. There's lots of, first flowers we get are these snowbells. And then the snowbells will go and make way for a huge bed of bluebells, which will really take us into spring. Just admire that sunset. Shame you can't see the cranes. Oh, they are there. Just there. You've seen the project video. There's a lot of work going on here around the back of the house. Let's just go and look at the field now that snow has gone. Well, most of the snow. There are still, where the parts that are shaded, still got snow there that's slidden off, slided off the roof and compacted. We've been felling some trees here, as you've seen, tidying things up and making that line thinner so that it casts more sunlight. And we need to finish this off. Cast more sunlight onto the garden, the vegetable garden, or the field as we call it. We had a lot of unwelcome visitors, really. They are welcome to finish it off. We had a lot of deer break into the garden. You can't see it, but there is a wire fence that goes around. We're going to upgrade the fence in the next few weeks to prevent that, because our experiment in growing stuff later into the season has worked well. And in fact, we had temperatures here down to -30 and there was some stuff still going. But you can see the damage. The deer came into the brassicas that were left, the kale, and absolutely stripped it right back down to the stalk. They were desperate for food. And they left their calling card everywhere, which, is nice. A bit of fertility. But yeah. These were kellets, which I won't be growing again. I think they're a waste of space, to be honest. And a lovely business card of the deer left there. But these are the no-dig beds that with the compost on, that other than the hoof prints of the deer, have done well. There will be some garlic coming up here soon. But yeah, all ready to roll as the potato beds. Really interesting sort of comparisons in which parts were covered with compost and which weren't. So this bed was, and there you can see this bed wasn't. This bed's a bit weird. It was, but it seems to have all disappeared. What could have got all really trampled down in by the deer. But this year all the beds will be covered. And we'll be taking these off the weed covers. It's just to serve a purpose, because when this was ploughed the year before last, when it was last ploughed, this was new, so it was more susceptible to weeds, this section here. So we put the weed barrier down just to take off some of the pressure. And, it seems to work. But the trouble is with this stuff, it does fray. We'll leave it on as long as we can, just to prevent any new weeds coming up this year. But to be honest, you can see in the end we didn't cover the 2 beds up there and the pressure wasn't too bad. And we have the option to put another set of rows here, so we may put row cover on here this year just to tarp out the weeds. But yeah, that's the garden and the blank canvas of our homestead garden in late March 2021. Lots to do. During the day here we sort of had a realisation of all the things that we want to achieve. It can take a lot of work, but such is life. Well, I hope you enjoyed the quick tour. Let's go back to that sunset over the lake. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being part of this channel and what we're doing. Lots of good stuff coming out this year. I hope you've been enjoying the videos. Do leave a comment below if you have, or if you haven't. Thumbs up or thumbs down, I don't mind. Really glad to hear from people what they want us to, what they would like, or what you would like to see from us. Really, give us a few ideas and videos. That would be really helpful. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.